Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Frugalisama. My name's Sam and this is where I talk about all things sewing. Today is another Frugal Friday and day 92 of 100 days of sewing. And today I've got 7 new free patterns for you and some discounts and some competitions and challenges for you to take part in, and the chance to win a sewing machine. So if you keep on watching till the end, I'll tell you all about that. So the 100 Days of Sewing series is me looking at making sewing accessible to people, whether that's in terms of cost or skill. So I've got some tutorials, and the Frugal Fridays videos are part of that, where I find you new patterns and discounts. So if that sounds like the sort of thing that you like, please consider subscribing. Hitting the notification bell will tell you when I've got new videos out. So on to today's video. So we're thinking of autumn rolling in the UK at the moment. I know we've had a few hot days, but don't let it deceive you, it's on its way. And so I'm going to start with a cardigan pattern from So Easy. This is called the Kalinda cardigan, designed for knits, and it's a transformable cardigan. So it's got quite a deep collar on it, and that can be pulled up to go over your head like a cowl, or just worn like a scarf, or just worn back like a waterfall, I suppose. What I like about it is it's got these thumb cuffs here. So it's called the transformable cardigan because you can pull the cowl up, and then you can tie it either at the front or the back, or you can wear it open so it can be worn long or short or medium long, I suppose. Now, I can't find any sizes on the website for this, and I have contacted them through their Facebook site as well, just to see if anybody could give me an indication of what the sizes are. All I can find is it's small to extra large and the US sizes, but I can't tell you what they equate to. So unfortunately I can't tell you what the sizing is, but it looks quite a generous sizing. There are no A0 patterns with the So Easy site. They are all print at home, so that would be US letter size or A4. There are only 25 sheets though, so not a lot to stick together if you're not a fan. But there are a couple of really good tips on the blog post that gives you the instructions about sewing with lightweight knits, because it's designed for such as a bamboo or a viscose jersey. And one of the tips that they give you is to actually lift out and lay flat your jersey the night before that you're going to work with it, just to make sure it all flattens out, which I thought was a good tip actually. It's supposed to sort of eliminate any ripples or bubbles in your stitches. You'll need 1.5 to 1.75 metres of fabric depending on the size that you make, and you need a 4-way stretch for it. So yeah, I really like this cardigan. I like the versatility of it and the thumb hole detail. I've never tried that before, so I might give that one a go. So Easy also has 2 other free patterns on their website. They've got the Cuddle Me cardigan, which has got a waterfall front and a belt, bit similar but not quite the same. And then the Easy Long cardigan, which is great for keeping your backside warm. There's no buttons on either of those, so quite simple to make really, both of them I would have said. And I think I will do a full video dedicated to free cardigan patterns at some point coming into the autumn, because there's so many out there and I thought it'd be nice to have them all in one place. So let me know below if that's something that you would like. Cardigans, depending on whereabouts in the world you live, they're great for both spring and autumn. They're good transitional garments, aren't they? So staying on the cosy theme, I've found this hoodie on the Gathered website. I think Gathered is part of Love Sewing magazine. This is called the Carmen hoodie, and it's got a zip right down the front, some pockets, and then it's got all this colour blocking features, which is a bit unusual I think with it, but there are instructions for omitting that colour blocking as well. That goes from 34.5 inch bust to a 53.5 inch bust, and it has got full instructions. Now there is a little bit of a problem with this one in that when I downloaded it, it was only 3 pages, so I think it's only available to A0. Again, I've emailed them just to double check, but I think that's what it is, it's just an A0 pattern. So you won't be able to print this one at home. I have emailed them just to see if it's a mistake, and maybe they will make it available as an A4, but it's probably not going to be available before I publish this video. So they're saying a mid-weight sweatshirt fabric for this, fleece, French terry, stretch jersey, stretch velour, something like that, or a light to medium weight ponte would do it as well. It needs at least 30% crosswise stretch. So there are full instructions on the blog post for this. It's been designed by Claire Louise Harding, and she was the designer responsible for some of the patterns in the first couple of the Great British Sewing Bee episodes. She's got some really wise words on there about zip lengths. Something that I wasn't aware of, or I hadn't realised, is that in the UK zip lengths only go in increments of 2 inches. and the grading of the pattern doesn't match those increments. You need to take that into consideration before you actually go and buy your zip. There's lots of links to other information on there if you're new to sewing with knits as well, but it's probably not one that I'd tackle if I was new to sewing, just because it's a zip in a knit fabric. It can be a little bit unstable, so maybe give that one a miss if you're brand new to sewing. So yeah, good one that I think, good one to give a go, and a bit different with all the colour blocking and the zip down the front. So next up are two from Duchess Susanne. Now, apologies if these are old news to everybody. I've just recently found them and they do look really lovely and comfortable. First off is the Georgia Essential Tee, and this is available in 3 lengths. So you can do the t-shirt length, you can do the dress length, which comes just above the knee. You could use it as a tunic, or there is the midi length, which comes around about the calf length. The dress and the midi length are slightly longer at the back than they are at the front, so it's got some big cuffs at the sleeves and designed for light to medium weight fabrics, so perfect for a linen or something like that, or a cotton voile or a silk crepe, seersucker like what I'm wearing now at the moment, tencel or rayon. And it is saying you can pretty much use anything. If you could use a heavier fabric and wear it in the winter. So it's just a basic boxy tee, but it's not cropped. So nice scooped neckline, not too low, just hits at the collarbone there, and doesn't show the bra straps, which is always great. So there's only 5 pieces for this one. They're saying it only takes about an hour and a half to make. The additional sort of things that you need to know how to do are top stitching and applying bias binding. So a great one for expanding your sewing skills, really. And that goes from a 29-inch bust up to a 58-inch bust and up to a 63-inch hip and a 52-inch waist. The other one from Duchess Susanne are the Clyde work pants. And I love these. They've got a large crescent-shaped pocket, big enough to put your hands and your phone and all your bits and bats in, conkers, bits of string, whatever. Hankies. I've always got a hanky with me. It's got a panel design on it which creates a centre seam at the front that it just allows for fit adjustments. It's drafted for 3 different heights as this one, so small, average and tall, and it's elasticated at the waist, so you're not having to worry about waistbands and zips and buttons and things like that. If you want to make trousers, it's a great one to start with. Classic for using as a building block. You could use them even for casual or smart, or, you know, like a replacement for pyjamas even. There are 10 pieces on this one, so slightly more than the Georgia, and they're saying it'll take about 3 hours to construct. A few more skills in this one, so you've got understitching, top stitching, and you've got facings and the insertion of the elastic band, which is not a big deal. So you need around about 2 to 2.5 metres depending on your size, and they're saying again medium weight fabrics, no stretch woven such as a linen or a cotton or a hemp, and you can do it in plain weaves or canvas will work well as well. So your lighter weight fabrics will add more drape, and the heavier ones will result in something a bit more structured. But you will need to make sure that you've got something that's going to hold the pockets up in that area. So yeah, 3 length options, and it goes from a 000 up to a 28, that's US sizing. That's 23-inch waist up to a 55.5-inch waist and up to 61.5 hips. So yeah, lots and lots of details within the instructions for getting a good fit there, and lots of measurements included as well, so including sort of measuring yourself when you sat down. And there's lots and lots of pictures for both of these to get a really good idea of how they fit on different people, different bodies. So I think that's always a good idea. So the next one is one that I saw on Kristen's channel on the Dahlia Society, and I thought I'd share this one with you just in case you hadn't seen it. And this is from Style Sew Me, and it's a Suzanne top. A really heartwarming story behind the name of this pattern. I won't go into details here, but there is a blog post written behind it, and essentially it was designed with chemo patients in mind. Sometimes they would turn up to a clinic and they would have to more or less get undressed to insert a port, which is what transports the chemotherapy into the body. That's the background story of it, but obviously there's more to it than that, and it's quite a heartwarming story. It's a really nice sort of V-neck to it, grown on sleeves, probably about 3/4. This again is designed for woven fabric. It's designed for extra small up to 3 extra large, and that's a 34-inch bust up to a 53-inch bust. This one is available in both A0 and print at home, and it's just 25 pages, so if you want to print it at home, it's not a lot of pages to stick together. They are saying a light to medium weight fabric for this one, so a linen or a cotton, or even a cotton poplin or a sateen. And you'll need 115 centimetres for an extra small up to 1.6 metres for the larger sizes. This is another one that's great for if you're a beginner, being designed as a beginner sewing pattern as this one, and only 4 pattern pieces as well. So finally, 2 patterns for little girls, and they are on the Duchess Hare website. Now, I mentioned these in my Project Dress a Girl video that came out last week, but just in case you haven't seen that, I thought I'd mention them again because there's some lovely patterns on here. Apparently Duchess Hare are actually closing down, so they've made 2 patterns free, and all the rest on their website are just $2. So you do need to have them downloaded onto your own device before the 1st of December because they're all going away. So definitely well worth a look if you're wanting to make dresses for gifts or for the charity that I was talking about. There's some really, really lovely patterns, and there's a lot of patterns on there. They are all for girls, but they all tend to come in either 10 or 12 sizes, so there's quite a good size range. The 2 free ones are the Sweetest Pie dress, which has got ties at the shoulder and then ruffles at the bottom, and then you've got a yoke option at the top as well. It is available as a tunic as this one, as well as a dress. And then the Free Spirit dress, which is really pretty, that's got a large keyhole at the back. It's just got little grown on capped sleeves, and then a skirt gathered into the bodice, and then it's tied at the back. So really lovely little dresses. And the Free Spirit dress has got options to put pin tucks down the front as well. But yeah, good one if you're starting to thinking about party dresses. Maybe you're making dresses for either Thanksgiving or for Christmas or something like that. Good time to start thinking about it now. Get them downloaded onto your device, and then it's not too late. There's loads and loads of options there. I've actually downloaded the 2 free ones, although they actually probably start at an older age. For my granddaughter, definitely the Sweetest Pie one is ideal for the Dress a Girl project. And if you've not seen that video and you wanted to get involved with some charity sewing, Dress a Girl project is a good one to get involved with. I will link that at the end. Okay, on to discounts now, and I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail on each of these. I'm just going to give you a heads up of them, and you can go and have a look yourselves. First up is the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet. This has got 20% off during the month of September. Pretty sure if you're a sewer you'll be well aware of the Gilbert top. It's been a really popular one in the sewing world. So it's just got the camp collar, and you've got the options to tie it at the waist. Quite a few YouTubers have made it and reviewed it. But yeah, 20% off during the month of September, that one. And then Itch to Stitch has just released a new coat pattern called the Raglan coat. And this is lovely if you're coming into the colder weather, such as we are here. Just a classic coat with a collar, buttons down the front, and fitted at the waist. Really, really nice coat is this one. Really good white size range with it. She's got cup sizes as well, and then there are princess seams. And if you're into something like Joe Brown's or something like that, I've got a Joe Brown's coat. Because of all the panels on it, it would be great for colour blocking or matching some different fabrics together and having some fun. Not your beginner pattern, I wouldn't have said this one, it is an advanced pattern. Because of all the panels, you would be able to achieve a really good fit with this one. So it is knee length, you've got inseam pockets, and it's fully lined as well. You just want coating fabric, such as a wool or a boiled wool. Non-stretch fleece would do it, gabardine, something like that. And it is 20% off until the 14th of September, so that's $12.80 instead of $16. So next up on the discounts is the Reiny Raglan from Sew House 7. And this is just a relaxed fit raglan, and it's got the option to put a little keyhole at the front if you like. It comes already with 2 sleeve options, so you've got the short sleeved or the 3/4 sleeve, and then there is a free add-on pack for a longer gathered sleeve as well, which is really nice. And that is usually $14 and it's reduced down to $11.20, which is about £8, something like that. And you just need the code REMY20 or REMY20. The other 2 that I've mentioned, they're already discounted on the website, so you don't need a code. So yeah, as it says on the tin, it's a raglan sleeve is this one, and it's a really nice, easy to wear pattern. So I wasn't going to mention Ellie and Mac this week because I seem to mention them every week, but they have brought out a moto jacket, which I thought was worth mentioning because we're coming into autumn, as I said, and I thought it was a really nice one, this one. And this is in their $1 Wacky Wednesday deal, so this is not going to be available for long, so if you want it, I will get it downloaded. It's a great one for trying new skills, is this one, because it's got the zip and it's got the pockets and what have you. Suggested fabric types for this one are medium to heavyweight fabrics, and you can go from just like a jacquard, and a wool and a tweed or something like that, right up to a leather or a suede if you fancy doing something a bit fancy, or yeah, a corduroy or a velveteen or something like that. And then it is fully lined as well as this. But yeah, definitely an advanced one, but there is a video to support it, so if you need any help, there's usually some good video tutorials on the Alien Mac website. And just at this moment, all patterns are 50% off on Ellie and Mac, so worth a look to see if there's anything else that you fancy on there. One final discount, and that is with an often overlooked designer, and that is Sew Tina Givens. She tends to go for the Raglan look type of clothes, and she's celebrating National Sewing Month, which has been celebrated in the US. September is National Sewing Month. So she does a lot of clothes that are aimed for comfort and style with a lot of drape. So lots of free movement in them, I would say. And she's got 30% off all her patterns during the month of September. And you just need the code CELEBRATE-S21 for that. So her sizing ranges go from extra small to 3 extra large, and lots of instructions there for getting the fit right. And along with the 30% off, she's also got a lot of giveaways going on, so worth following on Instagram just to see what giveaways she's got going on. And she's also doing a Facebook Live on Tuesdays, so join a Facebook group. She's got quite an active Facebook group. You don't have to be part of the Facebook Live to be in with a chance for the draw, but there seems to be quite a lot of ways to participate. You can buy something off her website, and I think you're entered into a draw from that. If you show it on Instagram and hashtag her Sew Tina Givens, that will give you an entry. If you participate in Facebook Live, I think that gives you an entry as well. And even commenting on other people's posts, it seems that it would give you an entry into a giveaway as well. You do need to use a hashtag on Instagram and Facebook so that she can find you. So the prizes include a sewing machine, sewing tools, so scissors and what have you, sewing patterns, obviously her sewing patterns, and then the Chill magazine, which is her sewing magazine, and that usually has about 4 patterns in there, books and fabric as well. Worth taking part is that if that's the kind of design that you like. So also on Instagram, So Vintage September is running again. They ran it last year and they're doing it again this year, and that's been run by Marie at Stitch Odyssey and Kestrel Makes. So the idea is to use vintage patterns or fabric or retro vintage patterns as well. If you follow their Instagram page, there's lots of discounts and giveaways as well. The discounts are saved to their highlights, so there's quite a few companies that are offering discounts throughout the month, such as Till the Sun Goes Down, Cocoa Wower, Crafts, Pink Coat Club, Beyond Measure. And you don't actually have to make anything for some of the prizes as well. Some of them are just, they will announce something on their Instagram page. You just need to comment either a pattern that you like or tagging a friend, something like that. So although you can make something for it, and it's a good opportunity to get stuck in and sew up a vintage pattern that you've been hanging on to, but you can also be included by just tagging friends on various posts that they make. So definitely well worth following them on Instagram. That's So Vintage September, and it is being run throughout the month of September, unsurprisingly. Right, so that's it from me today. I'm going to try and keep this brief and actually get it up on a Friday for once. We'll see how that goes. There will be no Frugal Friday next week. I'm going to try and concentrate on getting some makes videos up. I haven't done a makes video for quite a while. And I've also got a couple of videos that are either tutorials or reviews that are filmed but not managed to edit. So I'm going to give the Frugal Fridays a miss next week, and I shall be back at some point next week with one of those videos. So thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all those things if you've enjoyed this, and come and follow me on Instagram. And as always, tag me in if you see any discounts or if you see any challenges or anything like that. I don't mind being tagged in at all. Thank you so much for watching. I shall speak to you later. Bye.